Story time, guys. Ew. Just stepped on fucking, what do you call it? The thing that you put cat litter because the fucking cat's kicked out of their fucking box. Man. So, we've been talking a lot about motion and simplifying our interactions into motions that are colliding and combining with each other's. And one of the things that always kind of helped me stand apart and achieve success was my cleanliness and my willingness to, at my disadvantages, keep up healthy habits in life. So even if I didn't have a job, I was still getting up, I was still cleaning, I was still keeping everything nice and presentable, and relatively, not relatively, it would, if you came over, you wouldn't even have any questions to ask because the house would look like, you know, rich people were living there. And so stuff like that, right? I was always willing to do work to keep up the currency that eventually turns into money, right? And so what happened is that somebody noticed this. Somebody noticed, you know, oh man, we want to ruin this guy's life. We want him to stop being special. We want there to stop being a difference because we don't like the way he is. We don't like his politics. We don't like the fact that he doesn't represent us. And so they kept trying to find ways to like slow me down so that I couldn't ever recover the next time they crashed me or collide into me with intention and all that stuff. And so what happened is one of these times, the last time, there was an incident, some bullshit apparently, and this guy comes over and he's like, you don't clean, you don't pay for anything, you don't help, you probably don't have a job. I had a job. I was the only one cleaning. I had to beg for my partner to clean. I was the reason that there were groceries in the fridge at the moment. And I was the reason that we were saving instead of actually just getting stuff from restaurants every day and wasting our money fast. But he ignores me. He's like, shut up. I don't want to hear what you have to say. I just want to believe this and run with it. You're just one of those smart guys that just knows how to lie really well. Oh, shut up. You're just using your intelligence to manipulate me. And then he goes off, right? And so what happens is because no one stops him and he uses the argument that he doesn't want to be tricked, he keeps going with that momentum. And eventually what it starts doing is it starts kind of like his momentum is going past me, his motion. And the further his motion gets, the more spread out it becomes and the more it kind of starts to affect what I am. And so his motion starts kind of like, right? And so eventually I start getting slowed. I start getting tired. Now I'm becoming the things that he said, even if they weren't true, because he believes them. He keeps acting on them, and he's probably got more mass and support via all the political arguments. And so over time, I'm losing my ability to kind of stay energized, to get up. On the days that I couldn't catch the bus, I would walk to work for like an hour or two, having time or having the energy after all of that work to go to the grocery store and then clean once I got off, and then keep myself entertained. So what would happen is I started getting slow, and it was because his motion was going. And as it was going, it was spreading into the environment, and it just kept slowing me down. So eventually, what happened is, I'm halfway shredded by this. I'm halfway shredded by this motion that won't stop. And he's like, I don't want to be manipulated. I don't want to listen to anyone. I don't care. And he just keeps going, right? And so I started getting like shredded in half. I'm still trying to keep clean. I'm still trying to do everything I need to. I'm still trying to be responsible. I'm still trying to do all the things. Here's what I believe. I noticed in porn that porno houses are always fucking clean. In every single porn video I've ever seen, in every professional porn video, the house was always fucking spotless. And that was something that inspired me as a teen to become a cleaner person, because I inherently think that when there is nothing in the environment distracting or causing problems, like if you're clean, if there's nothing that you need to do, you can inherently do what you want. If there is nothing that you need to do in the environment, then you can do what you want. And so getting all the things that I needed done became a necessity in order to make it to real life porn, right? So So I'm gonna get back to the story. I'm cutting half. I'm kind of doing it. I'm still keeping it up. I'm still cleaning. I'm still getting groceries. I'm still doing everything I can. But it was my partner's father, by the way. The hell. I would clean, right? I would clean, but relying on his motion, relying on like being held up by his velocity, being held up by his continued motion. After I would clean, there would be like an argument or something, and then even though I just cleaned like yesterday, she would do something small. She would pick up, she would reorganize the table. She'd pick up the trash and throw it off the table, and she'd be like, "I'm always cleaning, you never clean." And she's doing the same thing her dad's doing. "I don't care. You're just an intelligent guy. You just know how to manipulate people. That means I don't have to listen to you. I don't care what you say." And so now I'm struggling to not get upset because I'm working really hard. I'm stressed. I'm getting killed. And she's relying on this guy that admitted that he fucking lies to get away with just making me a fucking slob, making me slow, making me lazy, and making it look like I'm just doing it and not like they're causing it, because they don't think I'm ever going to be able to describe how it's happening. So as time goes on, more people get picked up on this velocity, on this motion, and they keep going with it. And every time I try to get up and do what I was doing before, make it to my porno stages where I've done everything I need to do and there's nothing stopping me and there are no problems, right? Every time I try to put in that effort again, the kind of effort that had me blowing up with No Problem to Solve and Sig Vertus, the friction that's slowing me down gets more aggressive. But it's not that I'm being slowed down. It's that I'm just not trying hard enough. It's that I'm lazy. So eventually it reaches a point in which the guy, like, he keeps trying to stage an ability to attack me, and he's like, he thinks he can outsmart me, he thinks he can analyze me, figure me out, he thinks he can like trigger me into attacking him so that he can claim self-defense. But this nigga's lying. He's a liar. And the thing about it is that initial motion that he started to try and turn me into a jobless bum who doesn't do anything, he started it in a lie. He started it on a basis, on a mass that was not real, that was not justified. I was working too hard at the time for him to make those claims and to just go through with it. And so what that means is that the ground that he's running on is missing solidity in certain areas because they were not there when he started running on them. The mass that he moves with is not justified by something that was actually happening, but is rather just by something that he wanted, but he says that it was happening. And so because of that, every time he tries to get close to attacking me, he has to lie so much that it becomes obvious to everyone watching. And so he did a retreat, stole my fucking phone and my wallet like a bitch. So I started Santa Claus and I started Christmas killing him. I don't even care. So, all that being said, I am going to get aggressive. I am going to find all the people that participated in this motion against me. I'm going to isolate them, and I'm going to do those things that you guys wanted me to do before I was justified, so that you could claim that you were killing me in self-defense. But now that I'm doing it in self-defense, you really can't do shit but just say, yeah, we're the bad guys, we don't care. And after that, it's game, checkmate. You know, and I like playing chess the good way. I like to negotiate, but you didn't want to do that. So now when I fight for these things, I'm not being spoiled. I'm not being desperate. I'm actually just getting back to shit that you tried to run away with, literally. So yeah, y'all can all fuck off and die.